Alright, well, it's been a while since I have posted anything, and that's kind of because the GoPro has been acting up as of late and keeps glitching, and I keep losing video content. So I've decided to switch cameras, and in order to do that, I kind of lost the charger for the one that this is being recorded on now. But I decided to bring up a point. It's hard to tell because the truck's white and cameras tend to not be able to show. But this truck is quite filthy. I took it four-wheeling this past weekend, so that was fun. Nothing too difficult. It's a two-wheel drive, but it has a locker, so that helps. But anyways, to the point of that, this truck has new tires on it, relatively speaking. And when I get new tires, I have an alignment. And to the point of this video, everybody thinks that, or not everybody thinks, let me correct myself. When you get new tires, it's a good idea to balance them and align the truck or car. What people keep thinking, sadly, is everybody at the tire changing places, the dealerships, maybe sometimes they're telling you, you have to get the car aligned every 6 months or twice a year at the minimum. And I have a couple of problems with that. One, I take this truck four-wheeling, but let me tell you something about this truck over here. This is my four-wheeling baby, and this one goes, obviously, a lot more places than the Tacoma goes. But these tires, and I know this is a light-duty truck, but these tires have about, I want to say, 35 to 40,000 miles on them, and I have only had this truck aligned twice, maybe 3 times in 40,000 miles, maybe 3 times. I think only twice. I think it might have been 3 because the suspension died in it and I had to replace some suspension parts. And these are really evenly worn, the tires, and this is a light truck, so it doesn't put a lot of weight on the tires to wear out. But everybody's, doing it twice a year and everything. And this truck has 40,000 miles on the tires and they're looking good. I only do it for this truck, every 20,000 miles it'll get in alignment. For this truck, I do it even less, maybe 25,000 miles. I don't do it a lot. And I think with the old set of tires on it, and it got about 60,000, no, about 45,000 miles on it, and they were evenly worn. I don't have the tires anymore, but they got 2 alignments. That's it. Because this truck mostly does highway. Now, if you live in an area where you're going down rocky roads and stuff, yeah, you might want to get it done twice a year. But when they're recommending, and the area I live in has paved roads, and they're pretty decent for the most part, and you don't really need to align them that often. So I get a little peeved when I go to the places and they're like, oh, well, we recommend you do it twice a year. Well, that's every 10,000 miles. And if your alignment keeps coming out of alignment every 10,000 miles over normal driving conditions, there's probably something wrong with the alignment with the suspension components. Now, I'm taking this truck to Utah, so I will have it aligned before I go on the trip, and then I'm going to do all the dirt roads and 60, 70 miles of dirt roads, and then I'm going to have it aligned after the trip, because I'm going to put about 4,000 miles on it, but it's not going to be all highway. If it's all highway, I say do it every 20,000 miles, 15 to 20,000 miles. I don't understand the point of doing it every 6 months, because if your car sits for a while and you don't drive it 20,000 miles, then you're wasting money, because they're about 70 to 80 bucks to have a car aligned or whatever. And that is just with aligning the front ones, because this has a solid axle and you can't align a solid axle. So, or if you hit a curb. If you hit a curb, get it aligned. Other than that, every 20,000 miles should be good. I don't see the point. I don't think it's necessary to do it every 6 months. I think it's a waste of money unless you're driving over hard conditions a lot. If you're just doing highway, just doing around town, if you drive 20,000 miles a year, once a year. You don't need to be doing it that often. When you get a new set of tires, align it. you know, put the weights on it, and then it should be good. You should only have 2 alignments that you need to do, maybe 3 over the course of a tire. 3 alignments at the most over the course of a tire, unless you're doing gravel roads or you hit something pretty hard and it jolts the alignment out. Then I'd have it checked. So that's all I have for this video. I gotta wash the truck because it is just covered in salt. We've had really crappy weather. Thanks for stopping by and have a nice day.